Hello friends, Resorted here again with another episode of our 100 cat playthrough. At the end of last video, we finished up putting up the back wall, we'd gotten our very first bedroom finished, we are gradually in the process of digging out a freezer, and it looks like we're in position to start making some food for our cats. Ideally today I'd like to get our butcher's table up and begin making some kibble straight away, combining the vegetables from out here with our various bits of meat, including human meat, to get our cats properly fed. At this point in the game, we have no real problems feeding only 2 cats. Their need is well taken care of. They're full of food. But soon enough, we're going to have a whole bunch of cats, and that happens, we need to have a whole bunch of food for them. We are digging out our freezer into a mountain, which does have the overhead dark green mountain, which requires keeping it nice and cold to ensure that no infestation happens anytime soon. Eventually, we'll make the freezer look nice and pretty. At this early stage, though, all we need is to get butcher's table in there and to get making food for our cats pretty quick. We are also down to only 12 meals. It's actually okay. Pre-freezer, don't want your food going bad constantly, will be just fine. We got a raid as well. This is our second raid of the map. They're being unusually clever, some pirates and the terrifying cutters. Apparently the knowledge of their chopping ability has been told to everyone throughout the entire world. And there are 6 of them, it seems, against 3 of us. All 3 of whom are in actually really bad mental health right now. They're not at all happy, unfortunately, partially because Element's brother died, and they're fairly hot. Hopefully they don't have any sort of mental break while we're fighting off this raid. We do have just mentally it down here, so we're going to go ahead and put up some walls of granite at our kill box, which we can cower behind. Hopefully, there are a lot of enemies here, so I'm just not positive what's going to happen. It is possible that this base will get destroyed before it's even really all that well started. We get 11 building some blocks right away, though, and we're going to keep everyone inside. We only have the briefest amount before the group gets here. That being the case, we should probably go ahead and give up on Levin's making of walls and just get to the line here. We only have 2 ranged weapons, unfortunately, so in one of those cases where we hope we can shoot, kill, before anyone major gets inside. We only have 1 ranged person against us, so we'll see what happens. Possibly this might be one of those very bad raids, but I trust in our shooter's ability. They're fairly shooty. All right, we're going to change these folks over to shooting at range. We'll have Element finish off Bell. Yoder, please shoot Pits. Uh-oh, we have a bit of a mess going on. So Element did not abandon my orders. I'm not exactly sure I did, but please just turn and stab Bell. Yoder, please shoot. All right, we're fine. 1 down, still quite a few to go. The ranged person is moving into cover. We're going to send Element over to hopefully hasten. All right, one of our columns down. So far, so good, though. As long as the generator is not actually destroyed, we'll be all right. Our people are in position where they can friendly fire on each other, so I'm going to move in so that hopefully does not happen. We'll just hope for the best. They are fleeing, all right. We'll call that a quote-unquote successful raid, though it was not super great. Definitely took some damage, took some injuries on our people. I think we'll be just fine. And lots of people knocked out. Element, our already current colony member, needs to be saved straight quick. So Yoda should get onto that. And then everyone's a little bit injured, but happily they're all doctors of one sort or another. Now clearly what I could do is add in some traps here to slow any ingress, because though we handled that group, it's not clear we're going to handle all the groups. People who are still alive, unless they're psychopaths, we're not taking them. Sure, not taking a pyromaniac. And everyone else appears to be good and dead. So lots of cat food, pretty lickety split. We have a little bit of time now to go ahead and improve our base ahead of the next attack. What I want to do most of all, of course, is fix their mental health issues. They're all a little bit stressed out. The low-quality dining room is surely not helping anybody, and the shared barracks is also a bit of a problem. But we've got some time. After we get the butcher's table up and going, we'll also start moving into making the place more habitable for us all. Though this base is cat-based, we want to ensure to keep all the cats happy. We can't only have happy cats. We need to have lots of other work besides. This mining out here is for the eventual expansion. Sooner or later, we'll make this a much bigger base for ourselves. For right now, though, I actually don't need this done, so I take Levin off of mining and get him back onto job 1 constructing instead. There is a lot of constructing work to do inside, also repairs. Truthfully, we should probably get our front portion of the building made into a more defensible, larger kill box with some sort of doors for door cheese. Either that, or I need to go and bite the bullet and research some turrets and potentially get up traps at all. I prefer to stay with no traps, no turrets, but we saw that raid was fairly close to falling apart entirely, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. We'll see. Element is being treated by the very best doctors we've got. We're not using any of our fancy medicine right now. Once we get some infections, we might do so, but hopefully no infections come down anytime soon. Vomit throughout the base also. Yeah, this base is definitely a little bit of shaky conditions, but I feel like we have possibilities. As we get to building, our freezer most especially, and stop constructing. So he's hauling now. Oh, he's hauling in order to construct. I mean, that makes sense. I want to get these all up. To make the kitchen, or the dining room a little bit nicer for everyone to stay in, we want to get floors down also. And so let's do granite tile. We have a lot of granite stone on this map. Though clearly we need to get the freezer area down as soon as possible, lest it ends up with major infestations. All right, Yoder and Element are both in really, really sour moods right now. And Element has not been fed. Element did get out of bed. That's okay. Again, pre-infection, I don't mind them hopping out, taking care of themselves. There we go. All right, so all at once, Element's collapsed. Has an infection now, I believe. Element has an infection in the torso. Can't amputate that, unfortunately. It's a minor infection. We'll get treated, no problem at all. We'll go ahead and set Element up to getting proper medicine. The gut worms are also lowering efficiency, though, which is causing the collapse there. It's in bad shape all around, but it's okay. How many hours, though, will it take to get Yoder back to Yoder's bed? Element back to Element bed, because Yoder is barely even moving. We'll have Levin, who's in slightly better condition, come and fetch Element. We don't have a hospital yet. It's probably quite a bit later. I think for the short period, it might make sense to go ahead and turn the cat room into a hospital. And like ideally you want a bed. We have no time to make a bed right now, so it'd be better to just rescue Element to right here, get her treated with the fancy medicine, and then move her to a bed afterwards. At least that's my way of thinking on this one. So please treat. And Element is also starving. Won't get any better at all until starvation's over. 100% treatment on the infection, so Element's be in good shape very, very, very soon. Okay, let's go ahead and make not medical now, and turn this one into medical bed. Actually, Element's our own bedroom can be medical bed instead. And rescue to there now. And then we'll keep Element in bed until the infection's over. What have you done? Oh no, Levin is very unhappy due to mediocre barrack. And Element has the same infection as before. All right, Yoder, it's your turn. I knew the mental illness would be a bit of a problem, but we haven't fully gotten past that. We will see if this base can survive some very, very cranky people. Also, as now noticed that Yoder never self-tended, though doctoring is job one for you. Guess sleep time took precedence. We will see what happens here. It's been one of those just hanging on for a while, but I've got faith. All right, where's that self-tend button? Please, Yoder. There we go. I always found it a little bit hard to find the... Well, I found it, I thought, and then I didn't. There we go. All right, we're going to pause this time and force it to happen. There we go. Self-tending is now happening. So that one little breach in the skin needs to get healed up straight away. And I do see blood everywhere. First time Charlin Whitestone spawned on this particular map. Charlin Whitestone says he has an AI ship to fetch us and take us to the stars. We don't need the stars, though. We only need cats, and also we only need to like clean up this absolutely disgusting looking base. It's quite gross. Element is job one cleaning, so that should be getting done before anything else. I think Element was just knocked out for long enough that there's blood absolutely everywhere. We do have a third gun now, though. That's one happy bit of this base's life, is that everyone will have a gun fairly soon. Element's up and around. Don't want them to be treated. We'll force the self-tend on that. We don't want to self-tend the infection. Though right now the immunity is nearly 10 points ahead of the infection, so maybe that will be okay. We'll see. I would actually order Element to self-tend. Order Element to self... Element is going to self-tend. There we go. And then get to cleaning just after that. I sure do hope so. A bit of a waste of the fancy medicine here, but that's okay. And do we have heal roots around this map? I know we are growing some, or we will be growing some once Yoder hits 8 and growing, which is very close. You know, only a tiny bit more harvesting or planting will do that. We do have more heal root out here. We can harvest, no problem at all. But there are more important issues right now. Issues are them being very, very cranky. Need colonist beds. All right, so elements. Why are you out of bed when you're so unhappy? Just badness. Badness entirely. You're going to get cleaning done to help everybody else out. Might end up having 2 people wandering pretty soon here. Also, I'm not sure how a boom rat has gotten into my base. It's pretending that it's a cat. It should be able to find its way back out. We'll probably wait till it rains, though, and go ahead and kill it, just to make sure it doesn't blow up in some really awful way. I do worry about element wandering over here, whether it's going to lead to being very cranky over how disgusting it all looks, because really this base is very, very disgusting. All right, Levin, I need you to return to us, please. The heat is a bit of an issue. How it's only unpleasant, not actually melting, but I should probably get air conditioners for everyone. That'd be a goal at some point. Really though, AC in the freezer is what actually needs to happen. So, is there anything I can do for Element right now to just help out a little bit? I mean, making your bedroom less awful will be fine. And a majority of the problems are ones we can't really help with, unfortunately. We're still far ahead on the infection, so let you keep on working, no problem. We're going to clean blood up here. Let's go ahead and actually make this not our home zone. Just stop wasting time outside. The rain will eventually clean up all the blood that's extraneous. And we did waste quite a few corpses, unfortunately. Want to get all those hauled in. A lot of hauling to do, but with one person currently wandering brokenly, another person just trying to catch up on cleaning, there's not a lot of hauling to do. So we'll see what ends happening with this base. I think adding in turrets is going to be a good idea. For that, though, we need to get our research going, and for that, we need to get this room dug out somewhat more. But unfortunately, our poor people are unable to do any real contribution to the cause right now, especially poor old Levin. Well, quality's Element's bed. At least it's good, so you get some comfort while you're sleeping. And we can add to the comfort by putting down a couple other pieces of bedroom furniture. It needs to be adjacent to the headboard. I know it's a night tail right next to the bed pillow, but for purposes of organization of the room, let's put it up at the top there. 11 did collapse out. Let's get you awake at least. Now get some sleep. All right, bedrooms are going to happen fairly soon. Yoder's making food. I don't know why Yoder's working at this hour of the day. It is 1 a.m., but if you're feeling full on sleep, who am I to question you, Yoder? You're doing just fine. All right, Yoder is also our grower as well as our cook. We have enough food set up there, but also this is ready to harvest at least some of it. And so probably we'll want to get Yoder back on harvesting fairly soon. We shall see. All right, second 10 there, I believe, makes us over 50%, 60%? Oh, 93%. Yeah, way ahead on immunity. Way past where I thought we were. So we'll drop down to just herbal medicine on that also. Having treated the infection, we're going to hold on to our valuable resources as best we can. Okay, the base is returning to proper work. Everything's fine. Local rat's gone mad inside of our base. Alert, alert. An element has no weapons. The element was earlier indisposed. However, element just ripped that rat apart with their bare hands. You take big damage there. A couple bites. That's truly amazing, element. You are an absolute hero. I'll get you a weapon again real soon. There's an awful pistol, or a shoddy pistol, or a normal revolver. I think normal revolver wins in this case. So after the self-10's finished, we'll get you up there. And Levin, how are you on sleep? So your mood is still really terrible, but you're full of sleep, so let's get to work, get some food, in good shape. All right, Element, I don't want to haul that away, but let's get you a weapon instead. And the fancy plasteel knife is just sitting in the middle of our kill box. We want to get that put away, especially, obviously all the hauling should be done, but we don't have time right now to do all of it. We only have 3 people, one of whom cannot ever haul, not even a little bit. But Levin friend, you're relaxing, check your needs generally. Only you're using the joystick for more and more joy. I'm going to interrupt you though, and let's try to get our freezer done now. It'll be the next great addition to this base. And then also moving these rocks out of the way there, just making a mess. Meteorite strikes, what is it? A little giant pile of jade. Only we had some artistry needed. Make giant statues of cats, perhaps. Make the world a beautiful place with our many, many bits of art. Okay, butcher table is done now. Mark it as forever and ever butchering. And we will make the awful choice to allow the butchering of human corpses. But for now, only strangers. Maybe colonists also at some point, if it goes that way. For now, though, just human corpses. And I'll make a stockpile right there. The stockpile will allow all the kinds of food and corpses of basically every sort, except for mechanoids. We don't want to be inside of there. All right, I'm fairly sure the cats are not able to. They might be able to. Let's see here. Cats, what's your zone? They can't get into our freezer. So as we're making kibble, we want to get moved over to there. We get rid of this zone for now, since we have a proper freezer. We'll add in a second door. Right there to keep the good cool air in, and we'll lower both of our coolers down to -20 or so. Should be fine. And we want to keep our eye on our battery next little bit here, as we're pretty careful to ensure the coolers don't take up all of our power and end up with us being in very bad and very warm situations. All right, let's see how far the temperature goes down. Element's still very, very cranky. All those rotting corpses, rough times. As such, we'll go ahead and actually stop hauling corpses for the moment and get Element to haul out these rocks instead. We'll make a dump zone for them outside of the hut here. Eventually will be cut down into blocks, but for the moment, just pile them up. Zone will be only chunks. And we'll say, for now, no chunks are allowed in this zone, which might already be the case. It's not. All right, so chunks are not allowed here. They are allowed there. They'll get hauled out. We'll be able to move in and out a little bit faster, hopefully. Okay, dining room is now mediocre quality, decent quality. It's getting better moment by moment. Let's also add in a bright light. A couple lights throughout the base will really brighten things up. Hopefully cheer our colonist moods as well. And I probably need another solar generator added before too long. Adding more wind turbines would be, we'll say, a little challenging, unless we just put them up here, and in which case that'd be totally fine. All right, temperature inside our freezer is now -18, -19, no more infestation possible. Fantastic. Fantastic. Now, our people, though they are psychopaths all, do not have cannibalism. So we want to ensure that the meals are not made out of human meat. And I'm almost certain that's the case. Yeah, meat is only partially selected, so no human meat at all. That is fine. Element, you're still in a rough time. Improving your bedroom. Going to be pretty essential here. Let's go ahead and smooth the floor we can do in here, making a beautiful flooring for you. Our quote-unquote kill box is still not great, but I think we'll be able to hold off against next assault. I do want to get the knife hauled out of the way. We'll do that first thing in the morning. Don't want that to degrade or the medicine. So let's see. Yeah, Element is still doing hauling after cleaning's over, so it'll all get hauled eventually. Plenty of food to haul. Our stockpile might be a little bit too small, given we are dropping off bits of clothing inside of the old freezer. We'll see. But at least we survived our first raid here, our second raid here rather, which was much larger than I was expecting to be. But you're urgently hungry. That probably is your gut worm still. How many more treatments will you need before you start feeding not just yourself and all of your friends, but just yourself again? I'd really prefer that instead of feeding all those free-riding, wiggling worms. This door is actually not doing anything really important right now, so we'll hold it open. Right now it's slowing us down as we go in and out repeatedly. Yeah, and as we begin yet another day here on the Rim, Elmo's just in an absolutely terrible mood. So after you're done eating, we'll order you to haul up these bits of stone, at least make the going in and out of the freezer a bit easier. Then you'll clean after that. No problems. All right, Levin is finishing up or should be finishing up the room here. We're actually out of granite stone right now. So our crafter needs to get back on that. All these rotten bodies, we'll want to put farther outside so that we don't end up just having a really gross-looking spot inside our base. That's a problem for the outside people. They're the ones that see the disgusting quality of life we live inside while feeding all of our beloved cats. We'll go and make this a zone that permits rotten and make it a lower priority. This way, the proper corpses... proper corpses go into here already, so we actually don't need this zone at all anymore. We don't allow rotten in here. Yeah. So corpses should end up here when they're still edible. Ones that are non-edible should go outside in the long run here. Okay. We want to get this bedroom finished. The bedroom's also going to be our research room, so we'll do a little bit of mining on the side. Our plan is to eventually put a fancy research table long ways here. We'll start with a short one for now. We do also want to get some additional walls in place. What will look best here? If I do like that, not like that at all, like that instead, I think looks fairly nice. Maybe it looks like a nook instead. A little sleeping nook there and door into the laboratories on the side. Even better. All right, tons more bits of spaceship. Who knows what happened to that thing to blast it apart. Surely wasn't shot down. If it was a conspiracy of some sort against us. But we have the happy benefit of all those ship parts for us. All right, we're going to unforbid the old corpses so they eventually get hauled out. Just notice this tree is slowing our movement in and out. This one is not yet, but will be someday probably. So we'll keep that looking good. And haven't had a cat birth yet. So I don't know if this mod, or I don't know if this mod setup, namely only Prepare Carefully, even lets me know if a cat's pregnant. I don't think it does. So I haven't had a pop-up yet that says the cats are pregnant. They are a male and a female, so they should be pregnancy at some point. We did see them copulating early game. So I think we're okay on that front. I mean, we should have baby cats coming real soon. Hopefully. Hopefully. Alright, and we want additional bedrooms we made back here. Probably just going to tear this down, make one bedroom, two bedrooms, and maybe some other crafting rooms back there later. Alright, lots of food not being hauled in. What a shame. The lack of a extra hauler is challenging. Also challenging is we have no direct path from the farms to the freezer. We could make a tunnel, but keeping that insect free would be a little bit annoying. I don't see any other easy way to move things around, so maybe moving a farm elsewhere, like closer to the base, would be a good idea. The other possibility is we could expand our freezer to fill up all this territory, but then we need a couple more coolers to keep it cold enough that no one gets in and does the buggy mess. Can't have that. Alright, is your bedroom still terrible? Still an awful bedroom. Alright, look here, Element the Complainer. I've given you such a nice room. It's a beautiful place already. Let's not whine. But we can get more granite floor down. Then we need to have a crafter working on that. So my crafter is currently Yoder, who is doing all the growing and the cooking both. Too many jobs for just one person. Any one of those jobs should be a full-time job. And yeah, right now Yoder's doing the awful thing. We're going to grab one bit of food to cook over and over again. So we're going to stop that by asking Elements to please interrupt your regularly scheduled duties, to have both our people do so, and haul on in food so that poor old Yoder doesn't run back and forth over and over and over again. That's one of the more inefficient ways to spend our time. The cats are actually having no food right now. Yeah, the cats have no food at all, so we will go ahead and make our first bit of kibble and put it inside of what will eventually be the cat room. Don't need a lot, but let's do 5 for now and move it right here. The stockpile zone in the corner will someday be all the kibble forever, but it's going to be super high. Actually, it doesn't even be high priority. As long as it's the only area in the base that allows kibble, so clear everything, kibble allowed, and then here, no kibble allowed. Now you'll get Mudo there every time, though having my cook haul it all over there will be a little bit annoying, so not quite sure how it's going to go. For now, though, Yoder, please prioritize feeding them cats. If they're not fed, they will not produce. They'll be very, very sad. Yeah, food's quite low on both of them, but bring in food right now. Food time, cats. Food time. immediately rush up there, get some food. That is fantastic. And kibble has no refrigeration need. It's a totally dry substance, and so we can leave it piled out with no problems at all. I'm going to suspend the job for the moment so that we don't waste too much time making all the food. Our first visitors for today's playthrough, they are traders. They're from a group called the Kingless Covenant. I like it. Maybe they once had a king, but deposed him, I suppose, and as a result, insisted they'll be known as the Kingless forever and always. I'm proud of you. I'm impressed by your political situation. Element is no longer in extreme break, but still in major break due to all the corpse calling. After tomorrow, that will be no longer an issue. Pain is still just here, as gutworms being a person with permanent injury is not ideal. Element, however, does get joy for doing social. So the Element go out and take a quick gander at their wares. Unfortunately, poor health due to the gutworms talking through their stomach. What I'm seeing is that the majority of the items from prior raids have not been pulled in, so I want to make sure we get all those in a stockpile zone and then probably trade again. An auto pistol here with only 7 cents will surely sell. Other than that, we don't really have much to buy or sell right now. We have a lot of extra cloth, and I want to make clothes at some point, though, so we're not going to sell all of our cloth. But up here we do have some extra weapons. Let's go ahead and put them into a pseudo stockpile, and trade again. Again, this should boost Element's mood every time they say hello. I'm not entirely sure if every time they do social increases their joy, and if so, it may make sense to sell one item over and over again. Okay, so the stockpile zone in the outside did give us the new knives, but they do not want to buy them. They're completely uninterested in buying pointy weapons. They only want to buy fancy shoot guns instead. So with that, we'll go ahead and get rid of our fake stockpile, though I just noticed there's another shoot gun. Grab you, and say hi again, hopefully benefiting our social every time. Element, why are you vomiting? Do gutworms make you vomit? That's not good. Hopefully you vomit out the massive worms. All right, 15 cents. Definitely we're gonna invest that. Penny saved, a penny earned, all that good stuff. We are out of stones. 11, our constructor is no longer constructing. That means we have anything queued for construction. Let's go ahead and get 11 onto crafting. Instead, very, very bad at crafting, but when you're making just stones, that's a-okay. So hopefully we'll get to granite making again. I think we have granite stones, or granite chunks around the map still. Yeah, plenty here. No worries. And elements, still cleaning. Let's go ahead and help with the hauling. We'll haul the rice and the potatoes both. I think in the longer run, we're going to want to have a fairly large freezer so we can just carry things in and out, no problems. But we'll have to do with defending the backside then, and I'm not quite sure how that's going to go. We'll just see. 11, you can keep on chopping. Very, very slow, but we'll get better someday. Oh yes, you'll surely get one crafting someday. Crafting, never even heard of it. Sounds like something people somewhere else do. Not us thinking people here where Levin's from. What a guy. Goodbye, visitors. Thank you for trading with us. Thank you for benefiting Element's happiness. We do have a rainstorm now. The boomer I was planning to kill then the rainstorm has actually left our base, so no worries on that end. Our rice is going to go bad, even worse than the rain, I believe. So first in the morning, Operation Save All the Vegetables underway. We'll save all them vegetables and be a-okay. Again, Yoder can't, though, because Yoder is truly the worst. And Element can, though. Element's in a pretty sour mood as we get the day started. But you got some food. Let's get back to hauling. And we're going to use that shift work queue to haul. Not all of it in, but enough. As long as we don't lose all of our food, we'll be just fine. Okay, Levin is now doing the thing where he makes one pile of stone and builds with it. That's not the ideal way to do this. Also, the song of the brake wrist turning on and off, always a good time. It's not the ideal way to have their constructor also doing all the crafting, but given the current setup, that's the way it's going to have to be. I'll say that Element dropped some rice here because he stopped and vomited. I guess that interrupts the work queue. Even if you've told them to do this thing and that thing and that thing, if they vomit during one of them, they stop doing the others. So after the potatoes are in, we'll get this right away. I see someone's unwell still. It is Element, probably just gut worms. Yep, we can sell 10 on that. I don't know if quality of 10 even matters with gut worms. It might though, so let's instead get Element treated right. Have someone else help out with this. So Element, you're gonna get in bed. And 11, since you're near the base, you get tending. You're nowhere near the base. You were off trying to find a bit of granite. Now, I want to get all the granite hauled in, but there's definitely a lot of hauling to do that's not the priority by any means whatsoever. Just can't be. Hey! Hey! An army of Yorkshire Terriers, abandoned or lost, have wandered into the area. They seem accustomed to human contact and are joining the colony. Hello, puppies! Your name appears to be Yellow Cat Meal, Yellow Cat Meal, Yellow Cat Meal, etc. That's a lot of puppies, and obviously I'm a humanitarian. I love animals. I love to treat things well. But at the end of the day, this is a cat colony, and so it looks like a whole bunch of cat food. Please avert your eyes if necessary. I'm gonna have to butcher all of them, and I use the word "have to" here in a fairly loose way. Of course, it's not really necessary, but. Yeah, we just can't possibly support the Yorkies, so goodbye, friends. Goodbye. Yorkshire's the only animal as equally terrible as the cat in the world of Rimworld. Looks like lots of tasty food for us. Yoder's back to crafting. That's fantastic. Does that all mean all the hauling's done? It does not. Wait, why is Yoder crafting then? Oh, because Yoder's my cook, not my hauler. I'm considering changing names to Cook Grower, Hauler Terrible Mood, Constructor Person. Might be a little on the nose though. Do we have a handler in place to deal with the puppies? So we do. And we'll go ahead and encourage all of our animals to come into the base so that we don't have to carry their foodstuffs all the way back from where they've been. So when they wake up in the morning, including little puppy Rover and Calico and so on, they'll wander to base and meet their unhappy end, most likely. All right, cooler's broken down. With that broken, we still are maintaining -20 in here. So it appears to be the case that only one cooler with the current temperature outside is necessary for -20 temperature. However, our power situation is totally fine. And Ferdinand, did you just eat some kitty food? Ferdinand, look here, you. All right, you are the first to go. Oh, they're all coming. All right, if we forbid the door, I don't think they get the kitty food. They were all trying to. Oh no, gosh, don't eat the dog. That's just, oh, this is bad. We're gonna see some dog on dog action right here. Let's preserve all the animals. Anyone who goes for a Yorkshire Terrier body. Nope, no beans. Nope. Gotta save all the food. Rover, I know what you're up to. Bad Rover, bad. All right, let's slaughter Rover now. All right, no one succeeded yet. All right, you're trying to succeed here. It's like triage, prioritization, must save all of our food. Oh, we saved it! We saved it! As long as Marty doesn't get any in. All right, every Yorkie, 100% body part still existent. They stop eating when you call them over to help with the feeding, or the slaughtering rather. Now we're gonna have them help with the feeding. So good. I apologize. No dogs were actually hurt in the making of this Rimworld playthrough video. I promise. But perhaps my heart was hurt a bit. All right, let's haul you all in. And Levin did not repair this today. Oh, maybe went back to bed. Perhaps I woke him prematurely. I woke him early to stop the horror that was my dogs eating my cat food. Well, allow them to go back in so the cats can get to it. Don't want the cat eating straight dog by any means. No. And butchering is above kibble right now because it is suspended. But we're going to have to move. I have to move, or will they move the food themselves? Let's see. Yoder, if I have you butcher, will you... Yeah, you do move the meat out of the way. That's great. Okay. And I see this medicine still is sitting here. Oh, they're carrying here now because our freezer's full. That's too bad. Let's actually have you drop that, and we'll forbid it for the moment. Please haul in medicine instead. as Yoder continues butchering, it'll eventually be... I'm sorry? Okay, that's not really a stockpile. It was a joke a long time ago. We need to step up our meal making. We have far too many raw resources for the size of our current freezer, so we'll double this. That's not double. Meant to go to 20, not to 120, but even 30 or so is fine. That'll help us clear up a fair bit. So Yoder, please get cooking again. And the meat is still out there. We'll get it hauled in again very, very soon. Okay, more bedrooms and a research room also. We'll put our first research table in to here. And it does not fit in the corner. We mine a little bit more, it will, though. There's probably, like, proper walls up. Looks absolutely disgusting. How bad is the beauty in there, anyway? Only -2 on each bed, but still, many -2s add up to not happiness. Bedroom's mediocre. Get them a writing desk and a dresser and so on. They'll love their bedroom very soon. We need more bedrooms also, but other more important things to handle right now, like ensuring we have space here. All right, Element, please haul our chunk out of the way. The cats are meowing. Is that just a plaintive cry for assistance, or you got everything you need? The cat's needs are simple: food and rest, not much else. So today we managed to get our freezer going. We held off a raid. We treated some Yorkie puppies very, very unkindly, but that'll be a distant memory. We won't worry about that ever again, because lots of food for the cats coming in real soon. But still no cat babies. We're now 19 days in. I think by now we'd had some cat babies. Is it possible that one of you is infertile? We'll find out next time on the 100 cat playthrough. We'll see you again real soon. Thanks much, everybody. Bye for now.